You know, we say the old adage that when seconds count, the police are only minutes away, but every once in a while, they get there in time. Today's video is made possible thanks to the generous sponsorship of companies like LuckyGunner.com. Please head to LuckyGunner.com and thank them for being a sponsor of Active Self-Protection. Hi everyone, this is John with today's Active Self-Protection lesson out of Brazil. Here we have somebody who is being carjacked or mugged, who is going to be saved by a couple of off-duty Brazilian officers who just happened to drive by. And we're going to learn significant lessons here about awareness in our everyday life, about the difference in mission between law enforcement officers and CCW, and when everything goes down, we're going to think about muzzle awareness and making sure that we're always safe with our firearms. The motorcycle to the left we're going to see come around here and block this car in. And obviously you don't do that when you're just looking to get by someone. And so now he's going to get off and you can just see him reach for his waist and draw a pistol there. And now he is going to rob this car. Just opens the car door up. Now that truck driving by is going to be important in just a second. But now this person that's walking by sees the robbery happen and runs off. Very smart there. Guy on the other moto there sees that, nopes the heck out of there. And now the truck comes back and there are a bunch of officers in there that are armed themselves. And as the bad guy tries to get back on his bike and get away, he instead decides to give it up because they have a couple of firearms on him. And he decides, okay, well, I'm caught, whatever. And he's going to get off the bike here and get down on the ground. And a third officer is going to come up and take him into custody. And that's where this one ends with nobody hurt. Okay, let's go back and think about some significant lessons out of this one. First of all, this guy pulls in front like that, starts getting off the bike. Friends, you got to use your car effectively. Your car has a reverse function for a reason. You got to be willing and able to use your car to get out of the danger zone. And somebody trying to carjack you or mug you for your car is the danger zone. So either put it in reverse and hightail it out of there. If you have a little ground clearance, run the motorcycle over. Get out of there and protect your family. Secondly, you got to lock your dang doors, people. Please hear me. Lock your doors when you get in the car. The door was wide open. You just walk right up and open the door, put the occupants of the car at greater risk. Also a great reason to keep your tools on you. If this person had a firearm, and I don't know the firearms laws there that they could have, but regardless of that fact, if it's legal in your area, keep your tools on you because you could have responded to that and ended this threat so much sooner. Next, we see the people noping out of there. When they see this danger zone's going on, they get the heck out of there. That's really wise and a great point. Get out of the danger zone if you can. Now, these officers that are coming over here, first of all, I do notice that the first officer is at the bottom of the screen right now, does a fantastic job, gets a good firing position, decent cover and concealment there so that he can minimize his targets and maximize his ability to respond. Pretty good job, but watch what goes down when his partner guns by him. He runs in front of him and our officer keeps his gun trained and up on him. And now right this minute, he is pointing a gun at the back of the head of the officer that is covering in front. And you got to know your firearms discipline. You got to know that when you see a friendly, you got to drop your muzzle so that you are not muzzling them because you might shoot them inadvertently. Now, I do want to notice that when this guy decides to submit, when he decides he doesn't want to fight, he's not a deadly threat, they don't shoot him. They use their firearms effectively. They end the threat, and because he is not a deadly threat in that moment and submits, they don't shoot him, and that's the right answer. That's a good defensive gun use. Now, I do notice as well here, pay attention to the guy on the left. As soon as the officer comes in front of him, he lifts his muzzle so that he did practice good muzzle discipline there. But the guy in the back, once again, is keeping his firearm pointed at a good guy. Know your rules of firearm safety, even in a firefight, even in a deadly force encounter. Never point a firearm at something that you do not need to point it at. Always keep it pointed in a safe direction so that you do not inadvertently point a gun at somebody who does not need it. All things considered, this one ended well. Thank God those guys were willing to stop. Let's think about some significant lessons out of it as we cover our ASP.